you for joining us. I'm Joy.
And I'm Laura.
And this is The Witches of Letters, a supernatural rewatch podcast.
Buckle up for our end of season 1 wrap-up.
We are bringing you a special behind-the-scenes exclusive episode rather than our usual episode this week as a special end-of-season wrap-up. So grab your snacks and get comfy because this will be wild. Legal disclaimer, please do not attempt to drink liquids as you listen. We don't want to be liable for your spit takes.
We are going to discuss some of our favourite parts of the show and the podcast from season 1 and do some end-of-season games.
We are also releasing a bloopers episode for all of y'all today, as well as this episode, so you can laugh at us messing up during recording sessions.
I used to get so excited to watch the bloopers and the special features on DVDs. So this is like our special features episode, if you like, and then you're also getting bloopers too.
Yay!
So we've done a whole season.
We have done a whole season, and that feels crazy to me. I feel like we literally started yesterday.
Yeah. Well, on one hand, it seems like it's been quite a while. And then on the other hand, it seems like it was just yesterday. Because we were talking about doing this from like November last year, weren't we? November 2023. Yeah. And then I don't think we started recording episodes until March of 2024. And then I think it was April when we actually went live. That's not the phrase.
When we started dropping episodes, it was April.
Yeah.
That makes my Easter eggs even more appropriate.
What do you mean?
Because, like, isn't Easter in April?
Oh, yeah. It was a pun.
Yeah, it was a pun.
That one went over my head.
I feel like this episode has the potential to be one big blooper. So in the interim, we've had some crazy experiences. One of them was, I know we've mentioned in some special episodes that Laura and I found out that we were related, but I don't know if we actually ever shared with you guys. One of them, which is the wildest one, which is it turns out that we're related to the last person to be executed for murder in Iceland, like on records by this particular tribunal. So this is like the OG tribunal in Iceland. And he was having an affair with the neighbor's wife, and they decided, hey, this guy is really pesky. Like, it's so annoying that you have a husband. I'm tired of living with my mom. Let's just kill your husband, and then happy days. And that's who we're related to. Fun fact. So that's a fun and somewhat disturbing thing that Laura and I learned about our shared heritage. You know. Icelandic murder.
The fun
Who
one.
Knew? A fun
well,
one.
I mean, no, I was going to say the fun one is the fact that we also found out that we have a common ancestor with like a Celtic high priestess.
Yes, that's true. Cool. That is very fun. Also, if you're an archaeology nerd and you care about this stuff, the Nebra Sky Disk, we have a lot of relatives from that burial site too.
That was cool.
Which is really cool because that one predates, I think, all the other star maps that we know about. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. That's the oldest astrological mapping in the world, I believe. So that one is legitimately cool on multiple levels. The other one was just like a small horror show.
The only way we're finding this out as well is because we're both doing like our ancestry, and we've both looked into our ancient ancestors as well.
Yeah, it's been fun to delve in and find all these stories, secrets, mysteries, and to realize that we're definitely cousins. Like, to what degree we don't really know, but we keep finding all of these places all over the world, and our family group is the same family group. Like, they'll be part of the same burial, and they'll be sort of like distantly related or closely related to each other. So all I can say is Laura and I clearly go back for like millennia.
Do you want to know a fun fact as well about that we found out of our ancestry? Joy is actually more English than I am.
Yeah, that was pretty deeply ironic.
That was funny.
That was wild. Laura, who's like, my family have always been in this part of England. I'm through and through this part of England. And I was like, oh, that's cool for you. That must be nice. What's that like? And then her results came back and she was like, wait, what do you mean? What do you actually mean?
I'm more like Dutch and Flemish and German than I am English.
Yeah, she's
Out of
very
my like top,
Scandinavian.
yeah, it was like your top 10 modern ancestors, and I didn't get any English ones until like spot 6. One of my highlights of doing the podcast as well is just like us becoming better friends as well, like getting to know each other more. That's been really good.
Yeah. For me, it's really sort of cheesy sounding almost. But I will say that my whole life, I have not fit in with my family at all. I've always been like a black sheep, and I've always felt like an outcast, and like no one's ever understood me. And one of my deepest, most heartfelt desires has always been to have a member of my family that actually gets me. And I have like, you know, done deep spiritual work about this. Like it really is significant. And then when I found out that Laura and I are cousins, I basically like cried happy tears because she's one of my best friends in the world. I love her so much. It feels like we've known each other since we were 5 years old. Like it's the vibe for me of like people who you meet them and it's like you've always known each other. And I'm really really blessed because finally, like in the fucking middle of the road, middle of my life, I actually have a relative who understands me. That is huge to me. And that's been a journey. And so I sort of feel like, you know, Sam and Dean, they're fighting at first. Like they're like there's a distance between them at first, but then they go closer and closer and closer the longer the show goes on. And that's literally been what it's been like for me. Because we were friends, but we weren't deep, deep friends when we started doing this. We just got along well. And now we're like so tight.
Yeah.
And the best thing for me, the biggest Easter egg for me is finding out that we're family, because we didn't know that. We had no idea. That's like thousands of miles and however many years apart, but we're still family. So like we went into this podcast with these two characters discovering their family bond and building up this awesome relationship, and here we are, and we're doing the same thing in real life, and I just feel like that's a win.
And like we have the same kind of sense of humor, so we can like take the piss out of each other all the time and make it into funny bits on the podcast.
The worst that we have though, like you guys know in Hell House when they have the prank wars with each other, where they're like, so Dean puts itching powder, like an entire fucking crate of itching powder into Sam's clothes, and Sam is like, oh my god, and then he gets his revenge and he like super glues Dean's hand to the bottle. We did the same sort of thing, but with like eldritch terrors, fucking ghosts, and whatever else has turned up on these EVPs that we've had. Because we've definitely had voice phenomenon that we can't explain. Like some of it we've gone through really diligently and we've been able to debunk. And then other things that have happened, there's not an explanation. We're just fucking haunted as fuck, okay? So there's me finding out that Laura is like scared of specific stuff. And I am, okay, yes, I'm trying to be nice, but is there banter? Am I messing with her? Yes, I am. Okay, I 100% am. So we're gonna play you some clips of me messing with Laura and Laura getting her fucking own back, because this was an actual prank war. Like she gave as good as she got. I actually think she went overboard. Like I think she did too much at some points. You're gonna hear me like borderline throwing up for some of it, but I swear to you, it's hilarious. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll some clips for you. So I'm about to play you a clip from Bloody Mary. Laura, fun fact, is not a fan of people saying Bloody Mary in a row. If I say it one more time, she'll scream at me now. So, in her defense, it did also apparently get the podcast haunted, and we started getting more EVPs. So, you know, in her defense, she had legitimate concerns. But yeah, I'm gonna play this clip for you guys now. And we'll give you some behind the scenes and some context.
Use the hair, yeah. She's not the biggest fan of Bloody Mary. Yes, I was winding her up the other day, and I was like, Laura, guess what? And she was like, what? And I was like, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. She's like, shut up. Exactly like that, right? She had enough. She was messaging me, you guys, when we were talking, because we watch it just off the cuff to enjoy the episode, and then we'll watch it again to take our notes and like figure out which parts we want to research and discuss, right? We're unscripted, but like we like to have notes about what really interests us, right? So she was messaging me and she was like, I don't think I can watch this episode again. She was like, I did at the end, but I had to, Joy said, why don't you just mute it at the scary bits? That's what I did in the end. I was like, when they say her name, mute it then. And she was like, that's a good age.
So, Laura, not a fan of BM. I'm not going to say it again because I'll get in trouble because I've said it twice already. And after we aired the episode, we realized we also had an EVP, and then from then on, we got more and more EVPs.
Yeah.
And did you say stuff was like also, was that when more things were moving around your house and stuff as well?
I think that might have been a bit later, but it was probably that. Did we had an EVP on the bonus episode, wasn't it? The one with Carly, I think.
Yeah, we had an EVP on that one where the ghost was like, yeah, same.
Yeah, some of them we've been able to maybe debunk, and some of them we still don't know where it's come from, and it sounds like a man.
We have actual just a fully grown man's voice. We've tested everything. We've recorded under different circumstances. Laura's gone through the footage and been like, for some of them, she was like, oh no, Joy, you moved it and I edited it out and it just sounds strange. It makes it's the illusion of a voice or an EVP. So we are very serious about like the ones that we come to and we're like, this is no explanation. Like there's actually no explanation for it. We legit have EVPs on this podcast. So yeah, so basically this is the beginning of one of the prank wars where I wound Laura up about BM. She completely freaks out. We start getting haunted as fuck. So, I am the problem here. And then we even did, like, I did a tarot reading about it. Like, okay, but is it actually haunted? And the cards were like, yes, bitch, it's you. Because I have a Halloween Oracle deck and one of the cards is actually like a joy card. So when I
kept pulling that as well. Yeah.
I thought it was going to exonerate me and be like, no, it's just a little bit of fun. Don't worry about it. These cards were like, you are terrible. You're a terrible person. They dropped my name, my legal name. Okay, it was like, Joy, it's you. And then we just continued to have issues. And it got to the point where like Laura was like salting around her recording equipment.
Yeah.
It has been wild. So then she decided
I brought some protection bells as well.
She did. She was like, this is not okay. I'm not okay. She was like, I don't want to look at my mirrors in the house. What do I do? Oh God. Okay. So then when we were recording Bugs, if you listen to the first episode, you'll hear me divulge the fact that my phobia is bugs, but specifically cockroaches. And so when it comes to the episode of Bugs, Laura was like, let me get my own back. So let me play you a clip of that. Laura's revenge. Also, do you guys think that she went too far? Okay, write in if you think she went too far.
I admit that I took it too far as well, because I was like, now all that's happened is I've made myself scared of cockroaches now as well.
You said that you took it too far because you were uncomfortable, not because I was gagging. You were like, I've taken this too far because now I feel uncomfortable too.
Yeah, I've taken it too far because now it's affected me.
Oh my God. You guys, this is what I have to deal with. Can we just take a moment? Pray for me, okay?
Little scene where Matt's in the garden and basically cockroaches burst out of the ground, and I actually had a very visceral reaction to this myself, but then I was like, I can get my own back on Joy. So, side note about cockroaches can swim, fly, climb smooth surfaces, easily and hide in inaccessible places. I think there was something on one of them as well that said one of the types we have here, they like hide, so they could be under like the baseboards in your kitchen. And I'm like, no, thank you. In the walls, can you hear them hissing? You hear them skittering. Sorry.
I
see Joy's face
in
there.
my mouth a little bit.
Sorry, Joy, I've taken it too far. This was like getting out of my own back, so you can't retaliate. Otherwise, I'll have to do something else. Oh, we can move away from the cockpit just now. So,
Okay, guys, so you see what I'm saying? She's like, it's not, I'm sorry, Joy, I've gone too far. This was a bridge too far. I feel bad for you. It was, I'm sorry that I made myself feel uncomfortable. And then she fucking threatened me, y'all. She was like, you can't do anything, though, because I'll have to do something even worse than this. She's a super villain. She's a secret. She's so cute and so innocent, and you think, oh, no, Laura's the best. Laura's so sweet. But behind the scenes, y'all, don't poke that bear, okay? Because she fucking goes for the jugular. And it's so ironic because, like, if you listen to Hell House, she was like, don't prank me. I won't like it. I won't talk to you again. But this bitch is the queen of fucking prank wars.
I don't normally prank people. It was only because you did something to me and I saw an opportunity.
If you could see the fucking glee on her face, though, behind the scenes, if we were a visual podcast, everyone would be taking my side because you would see the, like, glee in her eyes as she's reading me these facts, and you just see me, like, gradually regurgitating into my mouth, but trying to not puke on my mic.
That was when that was when I took it too far as well, when I realised you were actually going to be sick.
Yeah. Okay.
And also the clip that made it into the episode, there's actually a longer version of that in the bloopers because that went on for a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
We had an actual argument at one point.
Yeah.
So there's,
yeah, we did.
If you want to listen to that, it's in the bloopers.
Oh, man. Okay. So, Laura, do you want to set up the war as it continues in Providence?
Yeah, so in Providence, we have a murderous little girl with her haunted doll, and Joy decided that the Easter eggs that episode were going to be all the haunted doll ones. And not just normal haunted dolls, but she went for Barbie. Who was the only doll who I said I'm not scared of because she doesn't get haunted. Joy's like, well, I'm going to prove you wrong.
She didn't care for the haunted paintings either. Like, there's a part at the beginning here where I was like, so the only things that I could do for this episode, Laura, was haunted paintings and haunted dolls. And Laura was like, bitch, why?
Yeah.
It's great.
And then she said she's put all the pictures of the haunted paintings in the show notes. And I was like, why?
Oh yeah, she's like, why? She was like, why the fuck would you do that? It's beautiful. Yes, please roll the clip.
And I can see why, looking at it, I have included pictures of these in the notes. Why, Joy? Why you put pictures of haunted paintings in your show notes? To make it cursed. No, because people are going to want to see, for reference, what they look like. No, we don't. That's why. No, we don't.
It's like, no, we don't. See, and she was going to curse everyone. You heard it there.
Oh my god! Hey, can you play the bit right at the beginning where I say, "This is what I have," and I'm like, "It's haunted dolls and haunted paintings," and you go, "Why the fuck?"
I have found one that you're gonna absolutely fucking love, and then a few more that I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, because I have found actual real life haunted paintings. That might be like okay. That. Okay, no, she doesn't like that. And I also have haunted dolls. No. So, no. I found a haunted Barbie. Oh no, my one doll I'm not scared of. But is she haunted or is she incredibly sweet, actually? Because if she is haunted, there's different parts to this lore. But this one is a good one. So Barbie remains pure. Okay.
So basically, if you've listened to episode 0, you know that Laura is terrified of dolls. And I find that hilarious. I'm not going to lie to you. And then also, I find it hilarious that Jensen Ackles is also terrified of dolls, but like particularly like anything old, possibly haunted. And so when we were coming to Providence and the main character has like a fucking haunted doll, I was like, okay, this is my golden opportunity. Because as you know, prank wars are very real. And Laura made me throw up in my mouth. So I was like, okay, there's no other Easter egg possibility. Let me come to you with haunted paintings and haunted dolls. And we're in the episode and talking about it, and she starts shouting at me about which haunted dolls, because there are apparently some that can haunt you if you just say their name on the podcast. And I was pretty sure I knew which one she was talking about. And I would like to say I did not say the names, even though I could have.
No.
Okay, let the record reflect that I didn't go that far. But I knew that she said that she liked Barbie. And in my mind, I was like, I bet there's a haunted Barbie somewhere in the world. So I went out and I found a haunted Barbie for the podcast. And it was amazing. And she was not thrilled with me. I'm not going to lie, but it was worth it for the prank wars.
I've got the clip of me freaking out about and like telling you not to say the dolls' names.
Yep. Let's roll the clip.
What other haunted dolls are you talking about? Like real dolls? Because I actually genuinely do get really freaked out when podcasts talk about real dolls, because stuff happens.
I have 3. Okay. We have Annabelle, Okiku.
Wait. Okay, hang on. Wait. Does one begin with a P?
No.
Don't say it. Okay.
No.
Okay, because there's a doll that begins with a P, and if people talk about it, it can literally haunt you through podcasts.
Nope. None of that. We have Annabelle. We have Okiku.
Wait, does one begin with an R?
No.
Okay. You can hear my, I'm like, okay, it's okay. She's not going to say those ones. I'm genuinely...
Shitting a brick.
It's because I'd asked you which ones, and then I realised that if you said them, I didn't want you to say them. So then I was like, wait, no, does it begin with an R?
Yeah. This is why she goes, stuff happens. She's like, it's real, stuff happens. Don't say the names. And then it was like Haunted Jeopardy, where she's like, does it begin with an R? It was like...
But I listened to so many like paranormal and like true crime podcasts, but the paranormal parts, when they've had the doll episodes, like so many people have messaged them, or they've had emails and things saying that the podcast haunted their house. So I get really freaked out. So yeah.
I cannot tell you how hard I restrained myself. I was going to say, what is? And I was going to say, blank, the doll. But it would have been all new prank wars, you guys. It was so close, though. I restrained myself. And I would just like to point out that I did restrain myself. Did she? No. Okay. So.
Well, hang on, we haven't got to the Barbie bit yet.
No, we haven't. Am I the villain? Maybe. Let's play the Barbie clip.
So her picture is in at the end because I thought it might make you feel better.
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Did you purposely look up Barbies? Because that was the only doll I told you I'm not scared of. And you were trying to find something to scare me.
Okay. Yes and no.
See? Yes and no. Even Barbie's not safe anymore.
Even Barbie's not safe. I have to say though that Barbie, she's like a haunted Barbie, but apparently she's haunted in a positive way. So in my defense, she's very pretty and very nice. But I was trying to tell Laura this. I was trying to like explain that she's a very pretty Barbie and it might make her feel better. And I was like, if you look in the show notes, and Laura was like, I will never.
Well, technically, by my tally, you've now got me twice, and I've only got you once.
Actually, Laura, I think that you will find that that there's one more. There's one more. Because I said something so wildly dumb that we almost KO'd ourselves. So this is a clip for me saying something just wildly stupid in the benders.
And also it makes it scarier because it kind of cuts back to sound, but just for a few seconds, and you can hear him, like Jenkins, screaming in the background.
And you just know Sam is locked away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really horrible. It's horrific. And
It actually is. Yeah.
Yes.
It's the horror in horror.
Yeah.
That made no sense.
Like, wait. Put the horror in horror.
Laura was like, yeah, and then she was like, no. No.
That's staying in. And I'm going to make that a quote from on Instagram.
Thanks a lot, cousin. Thanks a lot. You guys, listen to the evil laughter right now. She's so dumb. She's like, you just said something so stupid on the air, and I'm going to make a press packet about it. Now she can't breathe.
It's going to be our show motto. That still makes me crack up.
That's even funnier than I thought it was.
That was funny.
Rest in peace to everybody who just choked on their water. I did try to warn you. But there was a legal disclaimer on this episode. Don't drink and listen to this episode. Jesus. But then, do you want to tell the people what happened next, Laura?
Well, I made an Instagram post about it.
No, the part where you immediately then said something dumb.
Oh yeah. And then I got instant karma.
She really did, because she was like, oh my god, you're so stupid. I'm going to make an entire press packet about how dumb you are and putting it on Instagram. I'm telling everyone I'm leaving it in the show. It's the show motto. Okay, so that's the level that she was at. She would have rolled the clip of what you said a little while after that.
Yeah. I wrote down, I don't know how strong that car handle is though, because how the door handle is, because
the car handle, Laura?
He's like,
my time is nigh.
Instant
the car handle? The handle of the car.
And there was instant karma.
Oh that was so beautiful. Do you know what else? Do you want to know what a car handle is? It's a mobility aid. It's a driving aid. So that you can assist yourself to get in and out of the car more easily.
Like to push yourself up on or whatever.
Yeah. It's like a little fold out thing that you insert. You know, you have that hook bit where the car shuts, like the door shuts in, and you open it, right? So they make mobility aids where you can jam them down into that and create like a handle to push yourself out of the car.
Well, there you go. At least it's a thing.
I don't know if it's more funny or less funny knowing that like it's a mobility aid, but yeah, there we go. So I'm going to take us from our prank war so that we don't get into another active prank war right now because, you know, it's building, you know, you can feel it. So we have a section in an episode, and Laura in one of the first episodes told us that one of the things that really freaks her out, because we're moving on to fears, is creepy children, you know, like the black-eyed children legends and stuff like that. And I'm going to roll a clip that I think is one, generally funny, but two, absolutely hilarious because of the way that she says what she says. So let's listen to this clip.
See, there's something about an evil child that gets me. It's just way scarier than an evil adult. Yeah. Well, it's like the creepy kids thing. That's why I don't like kids. Creepy kids, not all kids. That's why I don't like children. They're all evil.
But my favorite part, hands down, and is when Laura's like, I don't like children. And then there's like this pause of like a couple of seconds, like her brain's loading what she just said, and then she goes, not all children, just creepy children.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out I don't hate all children. I just yeah, creepy children in horror films scare me. Not all children. But yeah, I'd realised what I said when I said it.
Oh god. That's my favorite part. That's gotta be one of my favorite moments from this whole season, is Laura just being like, I don't like children. And then going, wait. Oh god.
One of my favourite parts is from really early on, which was in Wendigo, when we have the whole Ranger Huts thing, and then you start singing Home on the Range.
That was amazing.
I think there might be a longer version of that in the bloopers as well. I can't remember now.
Oh no, there definitely is. You told me about it.
That was just completely unhinged, but the bit that made it into the episode was really funny. Yeah, because I was trying to work out what it's called, the Ranger Huts within like national parks or whatever, what they're called. I couldn't think what they were called.
I just keep explaining to me like Ranger Huts. Ranger.
I'm like, where the Rangers are. And then you start singing.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Do you want to roll that clip?
Or in nature reserves. And they've gone to a ranger where the Rangers are. Where the Rangers are. Home on the range. I don't know. I'm English, you guys. I don't know what you call them. A ranger hut? I don't know. They go and talk to a ranger. It doesn't matter where he is. We don't need to know. He's in the woods. That's the setting. He's in the woods.
There is a much longer clip there's definitely a clip in the bloopers.
It's wild. The bloopers from this season are going to be truly unhinged. Like, I feel like we give Ackles and Padalecki like a real run for their money with our levels of unhingedness and the ones that didn't make it in. Like, oh man. But yeah, no, that was amazing. I think sometimes the language barrier is real. Even though we're speaking the same language, like there's different terminologies and things, and it's just it's great.
Yeah, those bits are quite funny as well. But I think that one, the clip I just played, was when I realised, because that was really early on, it was like our second episode, and I was like, no, we've definitely got the same sense of humour, we're going to have fun.
Yeah. Because I think before that, she wasn't 100% sure. And then we got to that part, and I start with my unhinged singing. And then I also start talking about, like, my fucking penguins from when I couldn't sleep. And it just gets absolutely insane. And then Laura's like, do you think this is too much? Do you think this is too much? She was like, this is our second episode. Do you think this is too much for people who don't know? And I was like, actually, I feel like you have a point. Maybe this is a bridge too far for episode 2.
Yeah. So I thought it might be fun to look back at episode 0 to see if anything's changed. So in episode 0, I had said that I was scared of ventriloquist dummies, dolls, puppets, clowns, and creepy children. And then I also mentioned spiders and wasps if we were talking about bugs. And yeah, they pretty much all stand. But I would like to now add eyes to that list. I've realised from watching Supernatural that I also hate eyes.
Yeah, she couldn't
like
handle
eyes
Bloody
being
Mary.
poked and things.
Yeah, she couldn't handle that scene in Bloody Mary. She hated that scene in The Benders where they have the hot poker to Dean's eyeball.
Oh yeah,
you
and
hated
Nightmare,
that.
where the
Nightmare with the knife. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not a fan. So new fears unlocked from Supernatural. Thank you, Supernatural, for that. Fun fact, Laura is coming over to my house and we're going to hang out in person. We're going to watch the clown episode together in real life. That is going to be absolutely fucking everything because she is going to be shitting it live in front of me. And I wouldn't be me if I didn't try to record some of that for you guys. So 100% I have your back. I'm going to try to get you the best Laura freaking out stuff. Those are always my favorite behind the scene moments. It's just Laura losing her shit. It's great. So you guys may or may not know this story, depending on whether you've listened to our very first episode. But one of the things that we discussed was our real life paranormal experiences. And I was talking about work, and I was talking about how there was a demon in, like, how I don't even believe in demons, but how there was like a demon in this place that I worked. And if you haven't listened to that episode yet, but you like scary stories, go and listen to it. I also slightly, mildly cursed the podcast with that episode too, because everything started malfunctioning afterwards. And Laura was like, Joy, what have you done? What have you done? But as funny as that was, let me tell you, Laura had some seriously witty banter in this episode that we are about to play for you, and she tells us about her work experiences a little bit. So, Laura, do you want to roll that clip for us?
So this is where John finally tells them about the legend of the cult or the gun, after asking if they want to hear about it. And this is why I wrote, clearly they do want to know what they're risking their lives for, and this is why I get why Sam is annoyed. And I'd written about, I've done a leadership course, so one of the things that I learned is it's important to communicate the reasoning behind your decisions so you get buy-in from your team. If you just demand things from people without telling them why, you're going to get pushback. That's why Sam is pushing back.
Oh my god, it's so true, but the way...
Joy's laughing at me for doing a leadership course.
I'm laughing at the juxtaposition between supernatural and a fucking work leadership course. I still can't get over that. I just like, your brain is a beautiful, unique thing. Okay, like, where did that come from? Laura comes in analyzing this scene. It's so gritty and so dark, and Laura's like, well, I did a leadership course at work. This could have all been avoided if John Winchester had just done a leadership course at work. What?
But I still stand by it because he should have been telling his kids what. He should have been telling his kids why they were doing stuff.
Oh my god. Oh. But then how would we know that he was possessed by a demon because he wasn't enough of an asshole? Like, the demon was nicer than John Winchester, and that's how they knew. That's how they knew, Laura.
If only he'd done that leadership course.
Then he wouldn't have been like that. Maybe he could have been more Father of the Year and less this demon is nicer than you, John Winchester.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. So that clip is a good example of Laura and I having differing opinions about how things work. And I have another clip here for you from an episode of Just Bloody Mary where we have very differing opinions about something that Dean does. So Dean punches a police officer in the face, and I thought it was pretty sexy. Laura, on the other hand, had some concerns, so I'm just gonna roll this clip for you. It's James Dean in his best era. It's like the combination of both of them. Dean Winchester in a leather jacket. Just, like, I can't. It's perfect.
Do you know what my note was at this point, Joy?
I don't know, but I feel like it's going to make me laugh because you're cracking up.
I didn't have it as a thirst trap. I just wrote, you can't do that. You can't just... you can't punch the police.
You're literally being Sam. You're like, that's wrong. It's like that
you
scene
can't
in
just...
Buffy. Do you remember that
gonna get in
scene
trouble.
Buffy when Faith is trying to pretend to be Buffy? And she's like, you can't do that because it's wrong. That's you. You're like, you can't do that. I'm over here like, oh my God, this is so sexy. You're like, you can't do that. It's wrong. I just. So you have Dean Winchester wearing his leather jacket, looking at the cops, being like, I just don't have time for this. And then he turns and he lays out these two police officers in like 2.1 seconds. And I was watching this and I was like, this is so incredibly hot. This is so sexy. Okay. Meanwhile, Laura is like, you can't do that, Dean. You're going to get in trouble. Like, Laura, explain to me when they obey the laws. Like, just when are they ever concerned about getting in trouble with the police? Or they're just that her knee-jerk reaction to people who we know like con and grift and steal credit cards and get in trouble with the police on a regular basis, violating crime scenes, like that her immediate reaction was, you can't hit the police, Dean, you'll get in trouble.
Yeah, but when he's doing credit card scams and stuff, he's like doing it. It's faceless, isn't it? They don't know it's him, but he's literally just punched them in the face. They could have like arrested him there and then, taken him in.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
I do still think that Dean is really hot. I just tend to lean a little bit more Sam at the moment, but. Actually, that was something that we said at the beginning as well, because you were asking me in episode 0 before we started whether I thought I was going to be a Sam or a Dean girl. And I said both because I couldn't choose. I thought I was going to like them both. And because I was talking about how funny, sensitive, and brooding was my type, and they are both all of those things. But I do now lean slightly more Sam because of the like intelligence side of things as well. That's hot. So I think
really it's the altar hurling.
Yeah, oh yeah, and the altar hurling. But yeah, I do like both of them, but I am slightly more towards Sam. But yours has changed as well this time you're watching it.
I feel I have mixed feelings here because number one, I feel smug because my initial thought process was that Laura was going to like Sam more. Like, that was my gut instinct. And I'm kind of right because she does lean Sam a little bit more than she leans Dean, although she refuses to choose, and that's kind of a boss move. But what has been really interesting, something that is different, like recapping this season, is I have always been such a Dean Winchester girl through and through, okay? But it was really interesting having had therapy, all right? Having regained some mental health points and rewatching the show and then being like, oh wait, Sam is actually really sexy. Because the thing is like, in order to be attracted to Sam, you have to have done enough work on yourself to have gotten past the pure bad boy phase. Like the purely being into toxic men, because Dean kind of has that like Han Solo situation going on, you know, where there are a lot of moments where he does stuff and you go, it's iffy, but goddamn, he looks good in a leather jacket, or oh my god, he just did this insane handbrake turn or whatever he's doing, and he's just he's hot. But Sam, we're literally going through this season, and I'm finding more and more Sam thirst traps, and I went, oh god, what's happening? So I've gone from someone who is like purely into Dean to being like, you know what? I get the people. I get the people who think Sam is hot because Sam really is hot. And there's that one episode where like it's Hell House where he walks in and he has that scripted shirtless scene, which like Laura told us.
Oh, yeah.
It turns out that was totally scripted. And he does his little like a little left, a little right with the pec muscles. And I was like, oh my god, what's happening? But I had written damn so big that it took up like a page and a half because I was like, oh my god, like shirtless Sam is fucking ripped. Like this man is shredded. It was so sexy. So I am shook. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm shook because I started fully Team Dean, and now I'm like, no, I get it. I understand. I get it. Why people think that Sam is hot. Fuck, I get it.
So now we're both. I'll tell you what.
Now
though,
we're both.
Do you know who I think's even hotter than both of them?
She's gonna say Daddy Winchester, Jeffrey Dean
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah.
I knew it. I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is hella sexy, don't get me wrong. He's like if you took them both and you combine them together. So yeah, I'll allow it, you know. I'll allow it. That's valid. Okay. So Laura has some really fun fact stuff for you guys that I was like fascinated by. So Laura, do you want to tell us your fun facts for this episode?
Yeah, so I had a fun fact about the origins of the show, which, if people have the box set, you've probably already know this, but Joy didn't know it when I told her. And apparently, the original idea for like the whole show, when Kripke was pitching it to Warner Brothers, was a reporter going town to town reporting on supernatural events, and then no one believing his accounts. But the network didn't like that. So then he pitched it as more of a road trip along Route 66 thing. And they loved that. So then that's how that kind of was born. I think it was still just going to be, I think he said it was still just going to be one person. So he hadn't got the brother thing yet, but it kind of evolved into that as he was writing the script. But I thought that was really interesting.
No, I think that's so cool. And again, it makes me feel so justified for my Easter eggs because I think what's happened is that's probably the research that he did to lay out for the pilot and the first parts of season 1. And that's why, as soon as I cottoned on to that, there's so many episodes. It's like Easter egg after Easter egg after Easter egg where the true stories line up so perfectly to the road trip that is the show. So I literally love that because that really backs up my conspiracy theory about all of these secret little things that he's hidden in the show.
Yeah. There were a couple of other things that I noticed that he was basically confirming your suspicions as well, because he also says that he'd always been obsessed with urban legends and American folklore, because you were saying about how you're pretty sure he bases it on folklore.
Mm-hmm.
And he also said he was inspired more by horror films rather than horror shows, which you'd also pointed out that they were like mini movies.
Yeah. I love this. This is probably my favorite fun fact ever because it just goes into a lot of the things that we've said for this season. I think that's a great way to recap the season, to cover the fact that there definitely are Easter eggs, and to know that he was initially writing it from the point of view of this being a journalist, and going around and uncovering all of these news stories. And then there's episodes like Something Wicked, the one where that monster is trying to get Sam, and it's like the second time, and Dean has to save him. And you find the death road trip stuff, and it's like all newspaper headlines, and it's all of these absolutely insane things that happen to this one community. When you know what the initial thought process was for the show, all of that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to play some end of season games?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So this will be a bit like our end of episode games, but we've added a few more things in to wrap up season 1. So I don't know what order to go in, actually.
I would love to ask you what your scariest episodes were, like at least your top 3.
Scariest episodes or just best episodes? Because I've only written down best episodes.
Okay, tell me your best episodes first, and then I will tell you which ones I think are the scariest, and you can tell me if you agree or not, like what you think.
Okay, well, my top 3 episodes of the season, the first one's got to be Bloody Mary, just because it scared me so much.
Yep.
The second one is Scarecrow, because I really liked the story behind that. And it was also really scary. That was definitely like a horror film feeling episode.
Yeah.
And then my third, I can't decide between Provenance and Asylum. I think Provenance because of the doll stuff. Because it was scary.
That was good and creepy. It really was.
What are your favourites?
So my top 3 are the pilot episode, because that is such a fantastically scary episode, and it really gives us like the core character development in a way that I thought was really, really fucking cool. Like you fall in love with Sam and Dean from episode 1. And you also get the core thing of like, we're going to be on the road. This is an adventure. And it's really scary. Like, it's actually a really scary episode. So that's number one. And then number two, I love Dead in the Water. I love Dead in the Water. Like, that is such a final girl pink horror episode. There's so many twists. There's so many incredible jokes. Like, it's both terrifying and also hilarious. And that's always the best vibe as far as I'm concerned. And then number three is Bloody Mary, because that episode is everything. Okay. It's everything. It's funny. It's scary. You get Dean making the reassuring duck face, which I will never, ever, as long as I live, I will never not find that hilarious. It's just like, it's one of the ones that it doesn't matter how many times you watch it, it's always going to hit that childhood goosebumps, creepy games nostalgia of, like, we all played Bloody Mary or played with a Ouija board or something, like, and it brings all of that back. And it's also so cinematic, like the scenes at the end where she's coming through all of the mirrors. It's peak, and I love it.
What was your least favorite episode?
Phantom Traveler. Yeah. The only redeeming feature for me of that episode was how much fun we've had shredding it since then.
Yeah. I didn't dislike that one as much as you. Because I thought it was funny. Like, funny in a silly way. My worst one was Bugs.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a second for me. Like, I feel like Phantom Traveler is the worst, and then Bugs is, like, second. And I think the reason why it's not the worst is because Joe Whitetree cracked me up so much.
Oh yeah, he was hilarious.
That, like, it made it better. So Phantom Traveler was still on my top.
Who is your favorite monster of the season?
I actually think I feel like there's two, right? I feel like there's two, because my favorite actual monster is probably Bloody Mary, because she's basically a final girl going out for revenge. Like, does she go for the wrong person one time? Yes. But barring that, she was actually a really, like, sick final girl. Like, that was really cool. So I love her. And then as far as actual monsters, like, the worst of the worst, the scariest, it has to be either the shapeshifter in Skin or the fucking Benders. Like, they're tied in terms of, like, absolute evil. And being, like, shit the bed scary. So that's my vote for that. How about you?
Basically the same. So I put that the scariest was Bloody Mary, but I think the best monster in the season were the Benders, because I liked how they were humans rather than supernatural, and it showed how humans are just as, if not more, scary than supernatural beings.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. So my top three scariest has got to be Bloody Mary, the Benders, and Skin. I think those are the scariest episodes this whole season.
Yeah. I agree with those. What was your scariest moment? I know exactly what mine is.
I actually think, God, there's two that really stick out to me, and I'm having a really hard time picking, but I think it's the one that traumatized me the most is when the shapeshifter is pretending to be Dean and he attacks that girl in Skin. Like, he's literally so evil, and it takes everything that I love about Dean's character and it darkens it and messes it up and just, like, pollutes it, and that's probably the scariest moment for me. What about you?
Mine's Bloody Mary climbing out of the mirror.
Oh, that's so good, though. That's so good. The other thing that gets me in that episode is when she's going after the girl, and, like, she's in science class, and we realize that Bloody Mary could turn up in any single reflective, like, surface that she wants to. It's not just mirrors. It's, like, anything with a reflection. So it's, like, the glasses of her teacher, the
was
windows in the classroom as she's walking by. It's like literally everything. That is so scary.
Yeah. What is your favorite motel overall that they've stayed in?
Gosh, that's hard. I'm sure I wrote it down.
There's definitely one that you said was the nicest one.
Oh, yeah, it's the one in Dead in the Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in Dead in the Water is the one that I would choose to stay in. If I had to choose to stay somewhere where they have stayed, it would be that episode, Dead in the Water. Because it's like a nice little seaside lakefront property thing. And it's just cute.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine would be the disco one.
Burn it with fire.
I want a themed room.
Oh god, this road trip's gonna be interesting.
What is your this might be difficult, absolute favourite thirst trap of season 1?
That is so unbelievably hard. But I think it's when Dean kills the Wendigo. And
oh yeah.
and he has the flare and the camera pans around and it's like smoking and he's smoldering while also literally smoldering because it's a double smolder. That's the one.
It's so weird. We've both chosen them from the same episode because mine is from Wendigo as well.
Is it when Sam's a human shield?
Yeah, because it was his first human shield moment, and I knew it was going to be one of his human shield moments, but I thought it has to be the first one because he was being so grumpy about saving people in that episode, and that was like his turning moment because he stepped up to save the family at the end.
It's also the angle of that shot. I feel like is one of the best ways that it's filmed because you see how big he is. Like Jared Padalecki is like a big guy, and he's enveloping like 2 people to physically put his body in the way of harm to protect them. And I agree with you. Like that is an amazing moment. It's super sexy. You're not wrong. That's awesome.
What is your favorite quote overall from season 1?
Okay, so like I really, 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 really struggled with this. But I thought about it and I asked myself this over like a 2-day period. I still think there's so many, but I still think it's Agent Mulder, Agent Scully.
We've already established that you're not allowed that one, Joy, because that wasn't one of yours in the first place.
Yeah, so I forgot all about it. If you listen to that episode, I forgot all about it. And then Laura said that was her favorite quote. And then there's a whole scene of me going, no! Like slow motion horror, realizing that she picked the best one. But it's my favorite quote of the season. So up yours, Laura.
Okay, well, I had, in true Laura form, I had 2 written down. So I've got a backup. Because I did have Agent Mulder, Agent Scully. But seeing as you've stolen that from me.
Piracy.
So I've got a backup, which is technically my second favourite. What kind of house doesn't have salt? Low sodium freaks.
Oh my god, I love that line. It's so good.
That was from Providence.
Yeah, it's so good. I would just like to take a moment to say that my favorite out of context quote, like my favorite like random thing that's been said on the podcast is still you saying, "That's why I don't like children."
I did have one of those as well. Mine is Dean's totes winded.
Oh god, yeah, that was good too. Oh, so I really loved it when you said, "I got my scream head on."
Oh, yeah, that was funny, especially because you made the post on Instagram when you put Ghostface's head over mine.
Yeah, because she meant to say that she was thinking about the episode as if it was Scream, so she knew there was a jump scare that was coming, but the words that actually made it out of her mouth were, "I had my scream head on." Oh god. Amazing.
I've only got one more game left.
Okay.
What was your favourite Easter egg overall? So out of all the Easter eggs that you've come up with on the episodes.
There is a house in New Orleans, and they call it the House of the Rising. No, there's a house in one of our episodes that is actually haunted. It's in the episode Nightmare in my show notes if you guys are curious and you want to go and check it out. But effectively, it's the most haunted house in America as far as a lot of people are concerned. They sent in fucking exorcists. They sent in university specialists. They sent in 2 branches of police. And no one could debunk the haunting or stop the haunting. So, like, the haunting continues to this day. And we're talking spontaneous fires. We're talking radios that are not plugged in, turning themselves on and saying weird shit. We're talking things moving, disembodied voices. Like, it has everything. That's my favorite one.
That's a good one. Mine is the origin story of the Lawrence, Kansas one, and the tree that's going through the grave and the staircase to hell.
Oh, that was good and spooky.
That was a good one.
That was really exciting for me because that was when I had confirmation that Kripke was actually using folklore and urban legends and newspaper articles for the show and as the basis of stuff. But that one is like, that was kind of fascinating because that's for the episode Home, if you want to listen to that or look at those show notes. And I actually include his tweets in my show notes for that one, so you can actually see in his own words what he has to say about the origins of everything. But there's a haunted as fuck church that has like no roof, but if you stand inside of it when it's raining, apparently no rain falls at all on the inside of the church, no matter what you do. Ooh. They claim that the devil comes to this particular cemetery every Halloween. There's apparently a staircase to hell in the back of it that's hidden. And there are a couple of people on the website who are talking about like they found it and no one can work out like how far it goes down. And then if you do go into it, apparently you're supposed to lose a whole bunch of time. So it's really weird and really freaky. And that's also a fun one. That's a solid choice.
So yeah, that's our games. Thank you for listening to the whole season.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening to season 1. We wouldn't be here or be able to do what we're doing if you guys weren't listening. You are who we make this podcast for. So thank you very much.
And check out our bloopers as well. They're either going to be out today when you're listening to this one or tomorrow. And then we'll be back next week with the start of season 2.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to watch you watch clowns in real life, in real time, in my living room.
I asked Joy which one she would rather me watch with her, the first episode of season 2 or the clown one, and she chose clowns, so...
I literally cannot contain myself, because if you've seen that episode, you know that she and Sam are going to be fucking clones of each other, and it's going to be great. There's parts where we're going to laugh at them. There's parts where they're going to scream, and that's going to be fun for us. I'm going to try to record everything that I can for you guys. I've got your backs. Don't you worry. It's going to give us life. It's going to give us life. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, please rate, review, and subscribe. We would be very grateful. And if you know someone who would enjoy it, please share.
You can find us on Instagram at the Witches of Letters podcast, or you can email us at thewitchesofletters@gmail.com.
Until next time, stay safe out there, have each other's backs, and always keep fighting.